Hello, this is Caroline Gray, Director of Children's Ministry at St. Timothy Lutheran Church, bringing you another family devotion. And I'm so excited about this one today because it's really one of my favorites. And I know I say that a lot about a lot of different Bible stories, but this is true. I love this Bible story. So before we get into that, I have a question for you. Can you think of anything that is real but is invisible? Like you can't see it, but it exists. So if you said Jesus, that's also a good answer. But just because we're doing a devotion doesn't mean it has to always be Jesus, the first answer, right? Jesus is real. We can't see him, but that's a good answer. Can you think of a different thing that is invisible, but we can't see it? Did you say wind? Wind is a good one. You can't see the wind, but you can see the wind blowing the leaves all over the place and the trees, and you can feel it on your skin. Can you think of another one? How about sunshine? Sunshine's another good one. You can't see the sunshine. You see the sun in the sky, but you can feel it on your skin, right? It turns your cheeks pink a little bit. How about cold? Can you see cold? No, you can't see cold. You can see cold things like snow or ice, but you can feel cold, right? All those things are real, but you just can't see them very well. So in our Bible story today, it's going to talk about something that's invisible that all of a sudden becomes visible. It's really cool. Are you ready? It comes from 2 Kings. That's in the Old Testament. Let's see. 2 Kings chapter 6. Okay. So there was a king of Israel, and there was another king of a different country, and he wanted to fight the king of Israel, God's people. And what happened was every time this bad king wanted to go fight Israel, Israel would already know. The king would already know. And finally, the bad king threw a hissy fit. Have you ever thrown a hissy fit? Have you ever seen an adult throw a hissy fit? Well, let me tell you, this king threw a hissy fit. He said, "Who is telling this army where we're supposed to go? I want to get the Israelites." He threw a hissy fit. And finally, someone on his side said, "Well, there's this guy, and he keeps knowing things that you're saying. Like if you went and whispered it in your bedroom, this guy would know. His name is Elisha." So the king made a plan. He said, "I'm going to send my whole army with chariots and soldiers are going to go get this man." This man's name was Elisha. And he was a prophet of God. That means God spoke to him and he told all the people what God had to say. So this army came and they surrounded the city. And then early in the morning, Elisha's servant went out. And this is so funny. I can just imagine this, okay? So this servant was going out to maybe get some water, say hello to the sun. It's early in the morning. He walks out. And he looks up and he screams and he sees a whole army surrounding him. And he runs back inside and he says, "Elisha, there's an army and they're surrounding us." Well, Elisha, knowing God, took a deep breath and he probably smiled at the guy and he patted his head. And he said, "So, God, Can you open my servant's eyes so he can see what's really going on?" Because he told his servant, "The people who are for us are far greater than what's out there." The servant kind of rubbed his eyes and said, "What are you talking about?" So sure enough, God answered Elisha. They walked out the door, they looked, and the servant saw chariots of angels, and the chariots were on fire, and they were surrounding them. They were there to keep Elisha safe, in their city safe. See, we can't see how God is working right now. We can't see all the things that he's doing. But that doesn't mean he's not working. Actually, he is working. And you can ask him, hey, God, can you open my eyes? Can you open my eyes? Jesus, can you help me see where you are working? Can maybe I help? And God's always going to be there for us, even when we can't see him. Jesus is with you right now. So here's our activity for today. Ready? I want you to go find something, okay? You can do this with 2 people or 3 people or a whole group of people. But I want you to go find something, like I grabbed my keys, and you're going to play a hot and cold game. Ready? So one person is going to take the keys or whatever ball or object it is, and they're going to go hide it. I'm going to hide it right here on this couch, put it under the Bible right there. And then everybody else, you have to close your eyes. No peeking. Everybody else has to close their eyes while this is happening. Then the hider comes back and says, okay, ready, let's go. So everybody else is going to start walking, and the hider's going to say, colder. So then I'm going to turn around and start going, warmer, warmer, getting super hot, and I found my keys. It's a fun game, and everybody can have a turn. And it's a good reminder that just because you can't see something doesn't mean it's not there. Hey, I'm so glad that you joined me today for our family devotion. Remember that our great big God loves you and he's there for you. I also want to encourage you to like and follow our St. Timothy Facebook page so that you can get updates when we go live and when we have devotions or worship services or anything else that we find really important that we want to share with you. So like and follow our page. I will see you tomorrow.